So yes, many Apple customers have not even received their iPhone 12 orders, and we're already hearing lots of stuff about iPhone 13, if that's the name, and let me tell you that it's not looking bad. So drop a like if you're excited for this one, hit subscribe for more, and let's jump right into it. Okay, the first rumor that we have is Kuo reporting a few weeks ago that the iPhone 13 next year would still have the four models that we saw this year. iPhone 12 mini, iPhone 12, iPhone 12 Pro, and iPhone 12 Pro Max. For me, that makes a lot of sense for a couple of different reasons. The first one, obviously Apple released four models of iPhones. There's an iPhone for everyone this year. Someone that wants a small screen, someone that wants the iPhone 12 with the new features, someone that goes one more step, wants a better camera, and gets the iPhone 12 Pro, and then for the high end, for those users that want the best, they have the better sensor, the camera, and they have a bigger screen with a better battery, they go with the iPhone 12 Pro Max. So it looks like Apple is going to be doing the same for next year, obviously adding some new features. That makes sense because, you release four new iPhones, four different sizes, it's a different design. So I think Apple wants to make sure that these phones are out there, that potential new customers are familiar with the phones and not like be changing every year, okay, now next year only three models and there's not going to be a 12 mini, but there's going to be a 12 small or just something else. I don't think it makes much sense. So I think keeping it the same, across all models, that would be great. And then the second thing that for me I think it makes a lot of sense is that, there's other brands having multiple phones, not like only iPhone 12 and iPhone 12 Pro. So obviously Apple is aware that, or at least they were expecting that the iPhone 12 and the 12 Pro would be, or they were going to be performing much better in terms of sales. We saw it when we pre-ordered them. iPhone 12 and 12 Pro had much more hype than the 12 mini and the 12 Pro Max. But still, I think there's a phone for everyone. There's still a lot of people that prefer a smaller screen, having a lot of power. The battery with the 12 mini is not bad, so I think Apple wants to play with that a little more and just keep those four phones and, out there, and hopefully next year with a few more features. That's going to be awesome. Okay, second rumor, and we're talking about 120 Hz. And yes, guys, this year this is finally happening. I know that a lot of you, even myself, we were expecting it to have it in the iPhone 12. But there were many reports that Apple had the prototypes. They had everything ready, but when they tested out, because 5G is consuming much more battery power, with a 120 Hz display refresh, it was not working. The battery life was too low, it was not what they wanted initially, so they had to go with 5G, appeal to that, to the introduction or the entry to a new era, and they just, even though we have it in the iPad Pro, they just said, okay, we're gonna try it next year. They came up with the smart mode for the 5G, and there was a chance that 120 Hz, we kept hearing that it was gonna be coming, but they couldn't make it happen. So yeah, this is confirmed, like Samsung has it, like other brands have it, and I think Apple needs to have it on the phone right now. Many users will not see the difference, just the iPhone is, you have it on your hands and it's the most powerful device on the market, but just having this refresh, it's not going to be happening all the time, only when you need it. I think it makes a difference, when you're really enjoying and experiencing the iPhone, interface and the iOS and everything. So we're gonna have it next year. This is coming for sure, guys, and this is great news. Okay, and the best thing for the end, right? iPhone 13 is going to be portless? Yes and no. Yes, because there's a chance that one model, the high-end model, probably the iPhone 13 Pro Max, is gonna be portless. According to John Prosser, his sources are still telling him that this is gonna happen. And it makes a lot of sense. I think Apple this year showed us that they wanna have a model, the iPhone 12 Pro Max, that is even better than the Pro. Not only it has a bigger screen, it also has a bigger sensor, which we saw in the test that the camera is not much better, but they have this bigger sensor, so more light is coming in, and they have a slightly bigger battery. Obviously, I think it makes sense if they're keeping the same four models for next year. I think it makes a lot of sense that the iPhone 13 Pro Max is going to be a little better, it's going to be their high-end device, the best device out there, and it might be portless, and if you're willing to, you have a car that has wireless charging, that most of the cars go with USB charging to connect it to Spotify, Apple CarPlay, and everything, but there's going to be users or customers that are going to be ready for this, then hey, they will have this model. It's not confirmed, but again, courtesy of John Prosser, he's saying that his sources are telling him that this is still happening. Apple has plans for this. They want to start this transition. They know that the world is not ready. No one is ready to just release, get a new iPhone and say, okay, I have to buy new accessories. MagSafe, they have to make it quicker. And there's not going to be a chance to plug this phone anywhere. Okay, if you don't have the AirPods, now you have the lining earpods. But now, not even that, like, you have to get the AirPods, you have to charge it with MagSafe. If you are in the car and you don't have wireless charging, you cannot charge it. So there's too many things, and I think many customers, I would say more than half of iPhone customers, they're not ready for that. And then, obviously, other things like Apple, we know that Apple likes to innovate. They like to be the first one to release something out there that is going to make a difference. That then the other companies will have time and will have to, spend hours to catch up with them. But Apple doesn't want to hurt their sales. They know that just going too far is not going to be good for them, especially for the investors. So I think there's going to be a small transition, like they said with the Silicon Apple Max, saying that it's going to take a couple of years to transition from Intel to the M chips. I think that's going to be the same. Yes, guys, the future is bright. It's going to be portless. We know that. And you're going to tell me, oh, but why not, if you release one phone, Albert, why not releasing 4 of them? Because the world is just simply not ready. But it's going to happen. Apple is going to get there. But they need to figure out some stuff first. And there's a lot of things, a lot of companies, a lot of brands that need to adapt first. But yes, guys, we're moving into portless. One phone, probably the high-end model, iPhone 13 Pro Max is going to be portless. I'm super excited for that. I don't know if I'm going to be ready to go for that, but it's going to be a great option. So hey, that was all for today. Crazy rumors where many people hasn't received their iPhone 12. But again, we're in December, 1 year already, and that's going to go quickly. Hopefully next year we'll receive the new iPhone in September. iPhone 13, if that's the name, it's going to be, a great device, hopefully. So that's all for today, guys. Drop a like if that was exciting for you. Hit subscribe for more, and I will catch you very soon in the next video.